What's up, Raiders? Bionic here. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're still going to talk about the Doom Tower. In fact, we're going to talk about the Frost Spider. I have a free-to-play auto team for you guys in there as well on the hard tower. But before I get to that, let me quickly mention that I will be streaming tonight on Twitch in about 7.5 hours, where we will be doing an account giveaway, the account that you see right here. So I quickly want to show you guys what's on this account. It's a pretty decent account. It's not exactly done with the missions, but it already pulled an Arbiter, which means this account will also have 2 Arbiters. It also has one of probably the best champions for Doom Tower right now, or at least one of the champions, which is pretty useful to clear some of the waves. Ithos being one of them, then the second one being the Baron. Okay, so as you saw right there, almost pretty much done with the dungeons as well. Plenty of great champions on here to make this work, such as a Duchess, a Nethril. We do have the Krila, a Xavia, Baron right down here. You also have the Fane. So guys, a lot of great stuff. You can do a lot of great things with this account. If you want to have a chance at winning this account, it is not for subs only. Show up tonight on Twitch to participate by simply using loyalty points to buy tickets. As simple as that. All that being said, let's jump into today's video. Alright, so here we are on the hard Doom Tower. Today was the day that I had the Frost Spider. Again, I'm behind 1 day, and as you saw a glimpse of in the beginning, I do have a team that can do this faster. It is this team right here. This again is full auto, and this is minimal investment of resources to change whatsoever to make this faster. It is too early in the Doom Tower for me to start committing some massive gear changes on some of these champions. So what I did is I tried to make a team that would be a little bit more free-to-play friendly. I say free-to-play in the sense that I mean these are a little bit more accessible champions. So we're going to go over the run, then we're going to do the champions, the gear and whatnot, and then you guys can let me know in the comments below if you think I should change anything to try and improve it or speed it up. And I also want to know what you guys are using. And yes, I am aware of the 10-second teams and whatnot, but I'm not in that realm. I'm not a whale, so like I still have to play around with these champions that we see right here. Okay, so I decided to go with Arbiter, Ultimate Gaelic, which we somewhat got for free if you had the Amazon Prime program. You do have other HP burn champions in here, but he's somewhat of a nuker, AoE nuker at the same time. You'll see how I have him geared for this. Then we got our trusty Stag Knight. Again, somewhat accessible. I could easily replace this Stag Knight with War Maiden. It would work as well. I decided to put the Stag Knight in there because I imagine that some of you guys by now most likely have him, but it does work with the War Maiden. And then we have our 2 trusty Armigers. So these Armigers are built now for the Scarab King. If you watch my yesterday's video, you will see that that is what I did. I built them specifically for that. Yes, they would be better in Relentless Gear, but I do not want to use Relentless Gear for the Scarab King. Therefore, I'm going to try and commit these 2 Armigers to destroy sets. It really doesn't do much for me right here. So like if anything, it's probably slowing me down. But until I face the harder versions of this Frost Spider, I'll see if I need to really like improve this Arbiter to a point where I could maybe continue to use them against not just the Scarab King, but also the Frost Spider. So as you saw with the waves, it's still pretty easy. My Ultimate Gaelic is relatively well geared, deals enough damage to nuke those waves, and then with the Armigers for the crowd control, we're good, right? With an Arbiter also to revive us, we're not in any real danger of dying for the waves, at least not for now. Okay, so I'll speed this up a little bit because it's pretty straightforward. It's going to be back and forth like this. We do reduce her turn meter to some extent, but she does take some turns. We have our Arbiter always healing us, bringing the turn meter back up. One of the Armigers is going to go down at some point. You don't care. We take that to our advantage with the Arbiter being able to res and then get an extra turn, so we're good with it, right? So for now, again, not tough enough. Let's just keep going until we get to the end or very close to the end. You do need to be relatively lucky to have the HP burn up at the right time. I don't necessarily kill the spiderlings. I don't have enough AoE firepower to get that done. But if everything somewhat lines up, then usually we're good. So some runs will be a little bit longer. One of them was close to, I'm going to say, about 6 minutes. But on average, I'd say it's about 5 minutes. 5 minutes total to kill the Frost Spider stage 40 for the time being. So there you have it. 5 minutes almost on the dot. That is my somewhat free-to-play team. Again, yeah, because I'm somewhat free-to-play, I do get the perks, but also because we're using relatively accessible champions. So let's go over the current champions as they are. I do have a very well-geared Arbiter by now, 349 speed now. She has gone up a little bit since my dedicated build video on her. That is mainly because of like one extra piece, and then I started getting pretty lucky with my glyph rolls. I got a +8 on the shield and whatnot. We do have, however, only an HP banner. I would love for this to be resistance, maybe even accuracy, but unfortunately the rolls are just not in my favor for those types of banners. All the skills are done, and then for the masteries, here are the ones that I'm using right now. Timely Intervention being the tier 6. Then we're going to have, let's start with Ultimate Gaelic, a returning sort of like MVP for this. I say MVP because I haven't really had any other AoE HP burn champions. Like, I got Bulwark that's built, but like he's sort of like my only go-to AoE HP burn, and I used to use him against the Spider 20 before I got sort of like better gear for my current champions. Okay, so we do have 4-piece Savage with 2 piece of speed. We have crit rate gloves, crit damage amulet, and we do have an accuracy banner, attack percent chest for total stats of 98% crit rate, 210 speed. This is relatively important. I want him to be third in line, right? Arbiter, Stag Knight, and then into or War Maiden, and then into your Ultimate Gaelic. 195% crit damage, relatively low attack, but again, we mainly want him for that AoE HP burn. All the skills are done on this guy. And for the masteries, here are the ones that I am using. Helm Smasher being the tier 6. I, at some point, had him built as a dedicated nuker. This is sort of why I have these masteries. Probably could be optimized a little bit, but for the time being, I'm just going to roll with it. Then we have Stag Knight. I'll show my War Maiden after as well, because like I said, it can easily work with the War Maiden as well. So we have a shield set on this guy because of the way I use him in the other dungeons, combined with a Seer, so I need an extra buff to eat. That is why he's built this way. I did a full build video on this guy. I'm not going to spend too much time. We have almost 220 speed, low crit rate, low crit damage, then relatively high accuracy of 273. That is with a defense percent chest and defense percent gloves. We do have an accuracy banner on this guy. All the skills are done, and as for the masteries, we have a tier 6 of Eagle Eye. Again, maybe not the best setup for him, but it is working for me right now. And then let's do real quick this this War Maiden. Like I said, she could probably work, and she would also be probably in the correct speed, or she would be right for my rotation, right? I would have Arbiter go first, then we'd have our War Maiden go second, and then it would go to Ultimate Gaelic. So for her, it is full speed ahead. We do have crit damage gloves, crit damage amulet, I guess. So total stats, 237 accuracy, I guess, is the important part right here. So further down though, 237 accuracy is not quite enough. Even my Stag Knight doesn't quite have enough. All the skills are done, and I never changed her masteries from when I used her in the arena last year and the clan boss. So I'm still rocking that War Master tier 6. Then we're gonna have Armiger number 1. I showed yesterday, nothing has changed. I did not even improve his gear. Probably going to do that a little bit today, as this set is pretty decent. We can reach a good amount of crit damage. I need a little bit more speed. In fact, a lot more speed. I would like this guy to be closer to 210, maybe just under the Ultimate Gaelic for the time being. But I'm thinking like 205 plus would be ideal. So we'll see if I can get that to work. For the gloves, crit damage, accuracy, that also needs to be improved. All the skills are done, pretty easy to do. Then we have War Master into counterattack, pretty straightforward. The second Armiger also has not changed since yesterday. Same thing, no masteries done yet. I have my secondary Destroy set, which needs to be improved quite a bit because we have a very low stats, but he also needs to be maxed out to rank 6. Okay, so that's basically it. Sort of like an overview of the team, my so-called free-to-play team, or hopefully something you guys could use as well for the Frost Spider on hard stage 40 for the time being. I still don't know if this is going to be scalable, because do not forget, her speed is going to go up. The last time you're going to meet the Frost Spider in the Doom Tower, as I explained yesterday, she's not going to be at 200 speed. She's now going to be at, apparently, 225 speed. So you have to account for that. Like the team that you have right now, if you commit to it, make sure you are tuned for this and not 200 speed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.